Alright, so Spider-Verse 112 scale action figure collection, Marvel Legends World Record Spider-Verse action figure collection display video. I'm going to be showcasing every single Spider-Man action figure I've been collecting for the past 14 years. Now, you're not going to get this crispy footage like you're seeing here. I'm going to actually be showing you guys my display. Now, maybe in the future, when Wicked Fat is not a fugitive supervillain, Wicked is on the run from the FBI and the CIA. I'm a fugitive. I have to put all of this display back in the box. I have to put all these Spider-Mans back into the box, put them in a little bin, and bury them a few feet underground in coordinates that I can remember. Only I will remember. All right, I have to go. This is the last time I could showcase this display. It happens to wind up on the brand new day trailer drop. Let's do this video, okay? All right. Now, glare warning. It's not the best footage ever. Like I said, it's not going to be this type of footage. All right. But this is going to be the coolest Spider-Man action figure video you have ever seen in your entire life. I can promise you that, bucko. If you are a Spider-Verse fan, a Spider-Man action figure fan, a Spider-Man fan in general, this is the video for you, my friends. All right? Now, this is not every single Spider-Man action figure ever. All right? I specialize in 1/12 scale. There is a few like 90s little TOYBIZ ones that I squeeze in there and just kind of force perspective it. No. What we're doing here is 1/12 scale. We got imports, Marvel Legends, customs, everything in the entire world. And I like to think I am the internet's self-proclaimed world's largest Spider-Verse action figure collection. And if you think you've gotten me topped, bucko, please post your collection video. We are sitting at over 150 over here. Okay, we're going to show you. All right, maybe one day in the future, when everything is settled in, super villain Wicked is not stable at the moment. He is a fugitive on a run from the CIA, FBI, all that, everything that you can imagine. I'm on the most wanted list. I got to get going. Have to pack this Spider-Man stuff up and hit the road, Jack. Things are going on. And then maybe one day we'll do a whole nother video like I did here with the crispy showcasing every single Spider-Man figure that I got. But for now, you're going to have to deal with watching me go through my display and show you guys every single piece that I own. All right? So, all right, gang. End of an era. It is the end of an era. It's time to shut her down. We gotta shut her down. We gotta pause this real quick. Well, a lot has changed since the last time we've spoken. End of an era, man. We're gonna have to take this stuff down. That's how it goes. That's how she blows. I would like to say, I think this is the world's largest Spider-Verse collection of all times. There's a little bit of work that needs to be done before I can truly showcase this for y'all. But boom, come on now. All right now. All right, color's not matching. Whatever. There's a whole nother tier up there. And we are going to be going individually one by one, showcasing every single piece that I have for you guys on the internet. Okay, I hope you enjoy this. It's gonna be a fun time. We're gonna be moving on to big and better things. We're gonna be getting better displays, but it's time to move on. All right, this took a long time. All right, it took a long time, but I have to do it. I have to do it. We have to move on to bigger and better things. We're going to be taking a look at everybody individually. First, let me clean this up so we can get a better look, better view. All right, from top to bottom, we are going to be starting up here, going over every single one individually, talking about them. There's over 150 plus in here. I lost count a long time ago, my friends. Y'all count along with me if you can. Now this is a shelf, a tier that I built myself. You can tell it's quite janky. This was just a holder display, as we will say. This is not scripted. I am just going to be freestyling this whole video, y'all. So let's go ahead. If I stumble along the way, stick with me. We got some treats in here, some gems, but let's start out with some boo-boo. I hate this Spider-Man India a lot. Mainly because his ankles, and on top of that, I'm kind of mad that they made this Spider-Man India before the comic version. Spider-Man 2020 Custom. We got VMY Toys Beyond, Bagman Beyond. We've got the varsity jacket back there on the little hammock. We've got the homemade Miles suit that I just kind of threw together. We got Spider-Man Beyond. Oh, I just realized that the Beyonds were both beside each other. We got Cyber Scarlet Spider. We got Adventure Hero Basketball Spider-Man. We've got, if I'm not in focus, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm trying here. We've got the 3-pack No Way Home Spider-Man. We got the Spider-Man. We got Spider Side Custom. Go watch that video because it's kind of a funny video. We got the Spider Goblin, the old toy. We've got Dream Spider. We got the very first Spider-Man Classics Spider-Man back there. Ooh! We've got Funeral Suit Peter Parker. We've got Dark Avengers Spider-Man. I'm not going to try to name his name. We've got Urban Spider-Man. There we go. That's that whole side right there. Let's move on to this side. Oh my God. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful. It's a world achievement. I'm sorry I had to take it down, y'all. It's time to move. Anyways, we got the PS5 Symbiote Spider-Man. We've got Bearded Spider-Man. We got Spider Lizard. Huh? Look it up. Look it up. Spider Sense Spider-Man, which is an interesting little kit bash. Really, it's that Spider-Man's head sculpt all the way back there on another TOYBIZ body. I painted the eyes yellow. Awesome. Play-Doh Spider-Man. Vintage Spider-Man. Andrew Spider-Man. Brooklyn Pride Miles Morales from the video game. We've got a scuba suit Spider-Man. We got the PS4 Spider-Man. We got Venom homage cover Spider-Man. We got the Night Spider Moon Knight variant cover homage. We got the Hellfire Gala. We got the Translucent. We got the Puerto Rico Spider-Man. We got the symbiote from Spider-Man 3 looking all sad. What are we talking about? Look at those poses. Look at the pose game. Here, I'm going to give you guys a little peek beyond. You see all those stands? It's tangible, player. It's tangible. We got it all posed up. Look at that. That's crazy. And that's just the top shelf, buddy. Look at this pose. Look at that. Look at the poses. Look how perfect they are. And this has been up for a long time. The poses kind of aren't perfect at this point, to be honest. Things have kind of slouched over, and I'm not trying to go in there and rearrange. But okay, let's move on to the next tier. Next tier, which could possibly be my favorite tier. This is kind of like my all-star shelf. Kind of my mind's eye, like, variants of Spider-Mans going in there. Even though there's a bunch of iconic ones scattered throughout all this. Just kind of like the VIP shelf. The one that's kind of like eye level almost. Anyways, let's start up here in the corner. We got my OG McFarlane custom. See if I can get some better focus on this. My OG McFarlane custom using the old AliExpress MAFEX bootleg. Way before CT Toys. Way before all that. This thing was the bee's knees. I slapped the old TOYBIZ head sculpt on it. Made this little web thing. I could definitely make a way better McFarlane custom. but I'm not reaching all the way back there to try to do it. And I love that old bootleg. It was like $13, dude. Ooh, I love it. Speaking of I love it, Spider Hulk. Never gonna replace it. This is from my childhood. I don't care if they make a new Build-A-Figure. This one's gonna be my Spider Hulk forever because this is actually from my childhood. This is actually a freaking yard sale box find that I found when I was older. Whatever. This is my favorite Spider-Man armor of all time, the Mark 1. I don't like that they went with the gamer-verse fit, but look, the classic comic pose. Keep in mind throughout all this, if they're not vanilla or if they're not just like regular, I try to keep them in their classic comic book pose, i.e. the Secret Wars first appearance of the symbiote suit. This is the retro version. Is it pinless? No, it's not. I don't care. It's the best symbiote spider. Even better than the MAFEX in my opinion, because the proportions on this one is very accurate to the Secret Wars cover. All right, one of my favorite Build-A-Figures of all times. Sorry about the glare on the flash. I'm going to try to angle it different. One of my favorite Build-A-Figures of all times, the SPDR. Boom, I got it for practically free. I just had to pay for one part because I had everything else. I had to pay for the most expensive part, which came with him. Let's move on. Spider-Ham. This is a little janky one. That's not the Marvel Legends. But look at that pose, bro. He's floating. He's floating. Floating, jumping over with the hammer. Oh, so good. This is that Superior Spider-Man with the old school head slapped on there. The Ultimate Green Goblin head slapped on there. We got the old Odin Wave Spider-Woman. We got the 60s cartoon Spider-Man, my retro Spider-Man. That is the authentic retro one from the very first vintage wave. Awesome. But talking about how like some of them have kind of slouched over time and they're not perfect poses anymore, I'm not reaching back there to try to angle him up a little bit better. So he's about to kick UK Spider-Man in the forehead. All right, and then we got Unlimited Spider-Man over here, which this has the custom paint on it. I had to step it up. I had to do something different. Anime Spider-Man. I found this at a Goodwill for like 16 cents. Be jealous because it's amazing. Obviously, it's not that great articulated. You could just look at it and tell that this is about all it's good for. Tell me that's not Anime Spider-Man though. Oh, I got it for like 16 cents. Like this collection, you don't get this. You don't get to this without like really dedicating some shit to this. Dedicating time. If I would have paid retail for that guy, if I would have paid retail for all of these, crazy. You gotta be crazy. Where are we at? We was at this Walmart Spider-Man right here. This is my actual animated series one. I'm using it as my animated series one. I did actually pay retail for it. It was one that was so scarce. It was the Walmart exclusive. If you got any Walmart exclusive Mysterios, by the way, please hit me up for them. I need those bad. All right, whatever. This is Space Venom Wave Miles. Classic OG. This is a body swap Peter Parker. I'm going to let you guys do the guessing on there. It's pretty obvious, but it looks sick. This is the MAFEX Spider-Man. I was using it as my MVC Spider-Man, but now I got that MVC2 Spider-Man about to be on the way from FIGUARTS. You know I dropped the money on that. You know I had to. I didn't drop the money on MAFEX or Maximum Spider-Man though. You check it out. He's not anywhere in here. You'll see. But I definitely got that Marvel vs. Capcom Spider-Man. And I'm not sure how I'm going to do my MAFEX Spider-Man because that's my favorite Spider-Man of all time. I have a feeling MVC2 Spider-Man is about to knock it out. All right, let's go. I got an idea to get the glare out. Oh my God, that works so much better. Sorry, y'all. All right, we got Spider-Man Noir. This is from the Lizard Wave with the little Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy Krueger hat from NECA. We got a classic custom Spider Boy on the CT Toys body. Custom everything. Re-sculpted, re-textured the whole entire figure. I freaking love it. It's way better than the Marvel Legends version. We got the classic 99. This one started pretty much everything for me. It was probably like the third or fourth figure that I grabbed getting back into collecting. Come on, let me get some better. All right. What wave was that? Ultimate Hobgoblin. All right, so we got the Spider Punk from the Lizard Build-A-Figure wave, as well as him. Dang, I just realized that. That's really cool. This pose, dude, check the pose game. Bro, like, what are you talking about? How do I got 99 up there? How is Spider Boy just floating like that? How is UK up there? How is Cosmic Spider-Man just floating behind all these people? Peep the pose game, yo. This is what I'm talking about. I love ACBA. I love collecting and buying toys. But for this is what it's all about for me, to be honest. Like the display game. Posing in the display game, the permanent displays. This is eventually all going to be a diorama of the Daily Bugle. And there's going to be villains, you know. But for right now, peep the pose game, son. We got Scarlet Spider in his classic comic book appearance pose. Get out of here. Get the f out of my face. Sorry. All right, I had to do it. That's so sick. It's got the MAFEX head on it and the MAFEX jacket. And that's the very first Rhino Build-A-Figure wave, Marvel Legends, I'm pretty sure. Dude, that's so sick. That's so sick. All right, we got the CT Toys Agent Venom. We got the Disney, which is actually Ultimate Spider-Man, to be honest. But it was my Disney show with Drake Bell. That was my, yeah, what am I trying to say? The Disney show with the Drake Bell Spider-Man, this was it. Then we got Kane. Then we got Noir. Then we got Gwen. See how Kane, Agent Venom was right beside the Disney one. It's kind of how the vibe of the show. They were teammates. And I think Spider-Gwen might have been in there too. I don't know. We got Spiderman. I know you guys love him, and he's coming soon. We got a fully articulated version coming out. Me, G98 Studios, and One Oak are all working on something very special for y'all. Fourth quarter of the year, we got something for y'all. We got a custom Spider Carnage, which isn't really that custom. It's just got some tendrils on them. We got a custom Mark III Toys R Us exclusive. I'm never getting rid of this thing. It was one of the last Toys R Us exclusives ever. If not the last Toys R Us exclusive Marvel Legends pack. I do not have the Mary Jane, but I do have this Mark III or Mark IV. Whatever. It's got the chrome paint on it. Oh, it's got the chrome paint. And then we got the Spider Lizard. Buddy. I love this figure with a passion. I love it so much. Probably one of my favorites of 2025. It might not be the best figure of all times, but for me, it just fits snug as a glove. It's one I've been wanting to do for literal years, and I finally made it happen. I love it. It's the TOYBIZ. On a TOYBIZ Spider-Man buck. I don't even know what it's crazy. Revoltech Authentic Iron Spider. Talk about the pose game. You already know what's up. You already know what's up with that pose. I don't even need to speak no more. This is actually a bootleg. This is the bootleg of Diamond Select Venom. This is a lot going on here. Have y'all lost count already? I've already lost count. This is a bootleg of the Diamond Select Zombie Spider-Man. It's the most obvious one, and I was having trouble getting that out. Oh my goodness. That is tier 2. Let's move on. Tier 3. Now, this one might be in competition for my favorite because it might not have my favorite Spider-Man figure in it, which is this MAFEX, but the sheer craziness and amount in this shelf right here is just It's almost unfathomable. If you could count as many Spider-Man, keep a notepad. Please let me know in the comments, because I think this shelf for sure definitely has the most. I don't even know where to start. And that's why it's hard to even get these videos going. Sorry I'm moving around too much and having to glare. It's stressful making these videos, man, because not only did this display, this took a solid year to get everything fine-tuned and get it, and now I have to rip everything down. But on top of that, filming this is a real biatch. It's a real biatch. It's pretty stressful. So where do we even begin on this side? We're gonna start down here. Let's get things in focus and make shit not look all blurry and nasty. All right. Okay, here we go. We got Chasm down there. I found him for like $14, man. You gotta play patience. Got this guy as a hand-me-down, the 6-arm Spider-Man. I threw a little wash on him. Put the Peter Parker head. I really need a lab coat for him. If I had a lab coat and I would make some little areas for his arms to stick out, that would be super sick. And I got some beakers. I got this Jessica Drew, I mean. Not sure exactly what suit that is, so I'm not even going to try. We have the Woman Cyborg Spider-Man, which is actually a pretty badass looking figure, but nonsense at the same time. We got Venom, or Vampire Spider-Man. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to get this glare to not look like Dookie. This is an old TOYBIZ figure that I fudged in here. I think it's pretty sweet. And over time, he's kind of leaned forward. He's supposed to be kind of leaned back a little bit to cover up this area. But we got the wrestling suit Spider-Man back there. Custom. Now, the glare is really getting on my nerves. There's nothing I can really do about it, y'all. I'm trying to help y'all so y'all can see this good. But wrestling suit Spider-Man back there. He's sick. He's got the custom shoes. Custom cloth goods. My very first cloth goods Spider-Man figure. Y'all bear with me. All right. Bear with me. Let's get in here. I'm trying to get a better angle. Anyways, we got the Revoltech Iron Spider limited release by me. I released a little kit where it came with the torso pieces, the head sculpts, the boot pieces, and it popped onto the Revoltech Black Iron Spider, and you could paint it up and make this Iron Spider Revoltech. Jeez, man, I need to get better camera. That's what I'm talking about. It's too stressful filming these videos. That thing is super sick, and it's not getting the justice it deserves on my camera. Neither is this wrestling Spider-Man. It's super sad. Anyways, we got the PlayStation games. There we go. I found it, gang. I found it. Here we go. Zoom out a little bit. All right. We got the PlayStation games. Marvel Legends, Miles, and a bootleg SH FIGUARTS. Whatever, man. We got Ashley Barton. We got the TOYBIZ Toxin. We got the Clone Hunter Kit Bash. We've got the Samurai Suit Bandai Spirits Samurai Suit Spider-Man bootleg. We've got the VMY Toy Miles 2020. Yes, this thing is super sick. It's a crazy ass custom, crazy expensive custom. We've got the Mary Jane Iron Spider that started it all. I got quite a few DMs telling me that I inspired Hasbro to do it. I don't know about all that, but it was super obvious. This was honestly just a Mary Jane head swap on the old TOYBIZ metallic Iron Spider. And if you want me to be honest, I like that TOYBIZ metallic Iron Spider better than I like this Hasbro Iron Spider. You can just tell on the camera difference. Just like, look at the camera. Which one has better presence under the camera? I don't know. Okay, y'all, whatever. This is that VHS Peter Parker, very sick. Bombastic Bagman. We got Tom Holland Man. We've got West Coast Avengers Spider-Woman. We've got Spinneret Man. We've got Ben Riley. We've got my Kirby Spider-Man. We've got Amazing Spider. We've got my 77 Spider. Dark Cyborg Spider-Man, which is one of my personal grails as a kid. I remember my friend having this and I was super jealous. By the way, if you got any more MEZCO spider bots, any of these spider bots, please let me know so I can build onto mine. Please don't take my idea here. Please don't. Please send me your little spider bots that you're not going to do anything with. Please. We got Silk, which I played the long game for her and got her super cheap. She was super expensive back in the day. Oh, this is hilarious. J. Jonah Jameson with the first appearance Spider-Man homage cover. The pose game, I'm trying to tell you, is something serious. We got Last Day. We got, or is that Last Stand? Last Stand. Let me hit the angle real quick. We got Tsum Tsum Spider-Man. We've got Into the Spider-Verse, SPDR, Safari Spider-Man. What y'all know about it? We got Amazing Friends Spider-Man. We've got first appearance symbiote Spider, or concept suit symbiote Spider-Man. Concept suit symbiote Spider-Man. Concept suit symbiote Spider-Man. Say that 5 times fast. We got therapist Spider-Man from the Spider-Verse movie. And then we got the Spider Mech suit, dude. I had this when I was a kid. I had to rebuy this because it was haunting my dreams. I was looking at this display like it's just incomplete. There's something I need, and I had to remember what it was, and it was this Spider Mech that I had when I was a kid. Don't you copy? Don't you copy? I know you want it because it's fresh as fuck, but I'm the only one that's throwing multi-scale pieces into my Spider-Verse. Everybody else hating on the boy. But now look, got Vampire Spider-Man in there. Look, we got the old TOYBIZ. Look at this is TOYBIZ. We're trying to throw. What's up with that? We're doing all of it. We're throwing all of it in here. Spider-Verse has got to grow. Look, we got the old, this is from the 90s. Has to have been like 96, I believe. Boom, SH FIGUARTS Toby, authentic. I love that piece. Wish I had the MAFEX too, though. You can never be happy enough. You know, you just can't ever be satisfied. Zoom out a little bit. Ooh, this film quality is looking mug right now. All right, there we go. We got Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. We've got the TOYBIZ, the real deal TOYBIZ Man Spider. One of my favorite pieces of all times. And genuinely, to this day, I know that Hasbro could make a better one, but it would be a completely different iteration. You know, it would not be this one. And this thing is super dope. You have to pay homage to this figure just like you have to pay homage to that guy all the way back there. Because without this guy right here, there would be none of this, practically. There's a few of them in here that you might see, or like this. Even this mech right here was actually before that. But this Spider-Man Classics wave started all of it. And I love this figure. This is actually not the one. I had it when I was a kid, but I had to rebuy this. And we got that Walmart exclusive Spirit Spider. I need to find a different place for him. He just doesn't got enough clout back there. But neither does the wrestling suit. And you can see him. I don't know. This is all coming down anyways. And then Doppelganger. And I believe that's the entire shelf. The Spider, Earth 15. Spider custom. Very early custom. There we go. I love it. I'm not sure which shelf is better. Let's move on. All right, tier 4. We got some gems down here for sure. We got some gems. We got a few of my favorite pieces. A few of my least favorite piece of all time. And I see a little son of a gun that's falling over right now that I don't feel like fixing. So we're just gonna go ahead and go in here. All right. First of all, we're gonna start with this corner. Let's try and get the glare fixed before we even do anything about this, because I hate the glare. The glare is getting on my nerves. Here we go. We got my custom CT Toys in Across the Spider-Verse. Yeah, Across the Spider-Verse. Scarlet Spider. We've got Lego Spider-Man. We've got Spider Goblin back there. We've got the TOYBIZ Future Spider-Man back there, fudged in there. We've got House of M Spider-Man. We've got Concept Suits Ben Riley. Sorry, y'all, I'm really trying to fix the glare right now. We've got the first ever figure that started it all for me. This is the Pizza Spider-Man with a custom paint on it. I saw this peg warming at a Walmart. Was on the YouTube communities. People were hyping this figure up. I was like, wait, hold up. That's peg warming my Walmart. Went in there, snatched it up. Started all this. Started all of this. My least favorite figure of all times in this whole collection. This Spider-Verse Spider-Woman. Her ankles are terrible. She doesn't stand for nothing. She's knocked this entire spot over. It used to look so much better than it does now. It looks janky now. It was perfect. She fell over like 3 times, or 4, 5, 6, 7, a million times. CT Toys 99. It's a pretty solid figure, but solid not holding it wise, actually. It's very hollow and kind of like finicky and frail, but it looks good and it works. It just feels like a 3D printed figure or something. What is that? Night Monkey? Night Monkey Spider-Man suit from the MCU movie? Look, you can barely even see he's in there, but he's in there. It's pretty tight, right? Octo Spider-Man from the cartoon. Oh, buddy, this is a custom that took blood, sweat, and tears for real. Because it for real cut my finger a bunch. And it was a little bit more difficult than you'd think it would be. Negative Target exclusive. We've got Spider Rex custom back here. Pretty easy to make. All I did was just get a little dinosaur dude and do that. Imperfect Spider-Man. Comment down below if you know where Imperfect Spider-Man is from. Nobody ever, they're always like, what is that green Spider-Man? I did sacrifice one of them old school TOYBIZ Toby spiders for this. I did, but it was well worth it because Imperfect Spider-Man is one of my favorite things of all time. So we got Cyborg Spider-Man. I'm trying to angle it so where the glare's not there. There we go. All right, that's actually a lot better. Is it zoomed in too much or something? It's way too zoomed in. Okay. All right, we got Cyborg Spider-Man, which is one of my faves. Target exclusive. Oh, that's the other Target exclusive that came with it. I got both of these at the same time, actually. Pretty cool. One of my favorites of like Marvel Legends, Spider-Man, Spider-Verse figures they've ever done. It's just a darn good Spider-Verse figure, man. Pretty cool. I want more random variants like this. More. We'll get there in just a second, actually. We'll get there in just a second because there's something really cool I want to speak about. This is my Scott. Pretty much like that 2000s poster art you'd see of Spider-Man all the time. There's an artist named Scott something. I forget his name. He would do all like the promo art for Spider-Man, like the Universal stuff. And it's kind of my dedication to him, but the classic pose. And, you know, he's really dangling. He's really dangling. That's real. Got college lab coat Peter Parker with the MEZCO head skull. We got Kane back there with the custom. If y'all can tell what's custom about this Kane, let me know in the comments. We got the TOYBIZ Sorcerer Supreme Spider-Man. I don't know what the actual name is for that. Bootleg, homemade Spider-Man SH FIGUARTS. Come on, get this glare out of town. I'm not a fan of the glare. Gotta get a different angle real quick because it's meant to be looked at a certain angle, but if the glare is smacking everywhere, it's just really getting on my nerves. Okay. It's meant to be looked at an angle. Here we got SPIDERMAN's, which is a bootleg Sentinel. He's just hot glued to the ceiling. We got Amphibious Frogman, which is a real thing, kinda. It was like a cover. It was a cover. That's about all it was, really. But some little TOYBIZ joints that I had when I was a kid that I just kind of forced in there. I'm not even sure what they're actually called. I think this one's called Commando Spider-Man. And I've heard people say, and myself, I even thought this at first, he inspired the spider outfit, which I personally thought myself. But then I heard somebody say something about that on one of their channels. I was like, huh, that's a funny correlation. But he's missing parts, and he could be cooler. But he's just fudged in there. Same with that guy. I don't know. Ultimate PlayStation 2 Spider-Man, Symbiote Spider-Man. One of my favorite games of all time. One of the coolest, yet most controversial, in my opinion, Spider-Mans, because it came in that Dookie 5-pack that nobody wanted, which now I kind of regret because I want Molten Man. If you got Molten Man, let me know. Shoot, I don't know her actual name. We got Toby. This is the 3-pack version with the head sculpt on there. Where did I get that head sculpt from? Probably the FIGUARTS. Okay, we got post game is impeccable. We got what are these? The Web Twins. Yeah, Webman. TOYBIZ. Monster Spider. We're gonna get to this Spider-Man in just a second because I want to talk about that. That was what I wanted to mention. All right, we got Spider-Punk Marvel Legends, which is pretty good. We got this guy. This is the one that I was talking about. Kind of fell over. I don't feel like fixing because he was properly propped up on there, not leaning over, but I just knocked him over. Anyways, this is the Wave 2 Spider-Man Classics, Battle Damage Spider-Man, and this is the one that the Magic of the Gathering one wanted to be. Wished it could have even came close to being. Man, I kind of gotta open this because he's not in full glory. I bought this guy used and he was all like janky, so I had to repaint him. So he's got blood and a little bit scuffed on him, which is actually kind of cooler, to be honest, because that one is just such a good figure. I'm not about to pop it open and fix that angle, though. I'm not about to pop that open and try to fix it, because then things might fall over, for real. We got Mayday Parker linked up on the car in a classic comic book pose. So sick, dude. Peter Park car, first of all. We've got Superhero Squad Spider-Man. And then we've got the authentic Aaron Davis Iron Spider from Revoltech, which was a grail for so long. I'm so glad I got the re-releases on both of those. So sick. Now, we're talking about this Brooklyn 99 Gamerverse Spider-Man real quick. Because what did I mention earlier? We were talking about Cyborg Spider-Man on how this is one of the best Spider-Verse figures they released. And I wanted to go on and talk about this a little bit further because this whole wave was a smack to me. Like, so good. This entire wave was everything I wanted except Gamerverse? Who the heck was asking for PS4 spider suits? I mean, I like it because, of course, I'm going to throw it in. But why not make that Spider-Verse Spider-Man wave with all Spider-Mans in it? Come on. This was practically it except Gamerverse wave, and I thought it was one of my favorite waves of the year. The unique pieces, the lack of Build-A-Figure was devastating, because I did buy every piece in this except for Black Cat. The lack of Build-A-Figure, come on, G. But whatever. This entire wave, though, was super fresh. I love the concept, and I just wish they would actually do Spider-Verse instead of Gamerverse Spider-Verse. That's ridiculous. Let's get another wave going in 2027, 2026. Please, fingers crossed. We were talking about this Spider-Man India earlier. Come on, man. There's so many different Spider-Man variants. We get a reissue of the Mark 1. Like in the classic Spider-Verse. Dude, come on. Fumbled the bag. But at the same time, I really like that wave. And there's a few more in here from that wave that we need to talk about. So, I think that's that shelf. If there's anything I'm missing, comment down below with any questions. Let's move along. All right, the final shelf, the bottom tier, which has some of my favorite smackers in here, but some of the biggest duds as well. This is kind of funny, but it's the lowest tier, so it's kind of shaped at the angle to where you can only see it from this angle. So that's why everything's shaped in vanilla pose and nothing's really crazy. But there's a few highlights in here that I really, really love that I kind of wish I had room for up above, but there's gotta be like a fair mix in every single shelf, or else it wouldn't be fair if I just put every Dookie Spider-Man on the bottom shelf. You know, you wouldn't have any reason to look at the Dookie Spider-Man shelf. So we got a few of my favorites. We're gonna start down here with the Final Swing Marvel Legends MCU. This has got custom metallic paint on it. You see that shine? You see that shine? We got Spider Cop, which is not authentic to how he should be in the comics. I had the hat and I had the body, and I just really wanted a Spider Cop. And I know I need a different body for Spider Cop. I'll probably make it happen eventually. Got Spider Ned. Spider Ned. It's a what if scenario. Kinda, if what if happened. It's dope. I think it's a pretty cool Spider-Man. It's a way to throw Ned in there, shout him out, give him some love. I feel like I had something else to say about Spider Cop. He's not authentic. That's not exactly how he is in the comics, and he's one of the very rare few that is not actually like accurate to source. And I bring that up because I want to speak about this shitty Android Spider-Man, but it's from TOYBIZ. This is very crappy Android Spider. It's actually a TOYBIZ release. But I kind of just did my own thing with it. And it's like if Activision could be releasing these suits, like the Adidas suits and stuff like that have never been in existence of a Spider-Man comic before, I can throw a few in here that are just kind of random, you know? So like, forgive that guy, forgive Spider-Cop not looking exactly like he's supposed to, forgive whatever Scuba Suit Spider-Man for just looking like a dummy, you know? He looks dumb as hell, but that's why he's on the bottom shelf. And then he's got Not Let Down Spider-Man right here, which is awesome. This is the actual release Spider-Man, which, you know, if you've been watching YouTube for a long time, you know how special this figure is to Shartimus and how special it is to Pounds, too, because he gave him this figure just right here is just, I remember when they got released, announced at San Diego Comic-Con, and they had Shartimus reveal it, or gave him the first prototype. I just remember that being a thing. I was there for all that, man. It's pretty cool stuff. This is my 2017 cartoon revamp, which is not really. It's just a Spider-Man with a head swap on there, and it looks cool. And it's the Across the Spider-Verse one that was popping up at Ross. I got a few of them, so I just popped the head sculpt on it. Another one I had as a kid that I just kind of threw in there that I hope you wouldn't see. It's kind of like a civilian battle damaged old TOYBIZ one. but it's just so detailed and so gnarly. Sorry, y'all. I'm moving around this whole video. I've just been trying to get away from the glare, get the best angles we can. But it's just so gnarly that I think it's just has to go in there. I've had it since a kid. It was in the same box as like the Spider Hulk and things like that. So I had to just keep it, throw it in there. We got the Octo Spider-Man, which is awesome. This is not the authentic one. This is actually a bootleg. So that's my fault on that, gang. But I really am happy that they finally released a bootleg of it, because I thought I was never, ever, ever going to be able to get this anti-ox suit. I need some arms for it. I might eventually just make myself something, because it has to have some arms. But for now, it's another one of those PS5, PS4 suits. Sweet. We got my Activision Spider-Man. Alright? This is my PlayStation 1 / Neversoft. Yeah, just Activision Neversoft Spider-Man. It was featured in the Tony Hawk games. He had his own games. That's why you can tell he's on a little tech deck. If you know, you know. Comment down below if you know. We got one of my favorite little kid bashes here. We got Spider-Man's #1 fan. We got just a little kid buck with some Dollar Tree clothes on him and the Spider-Man head, and he's just Spider-Man's #1 fan. Right beside Miles Morales symbiote. And then we got Woman Spider, which is kind of like Man Spider up there, except a woman that I made because I had an extra TOYBIZ Spider Woman laying around. We got Emo Tobes, which was just a simple paint swap, head swap, Ollie's exclusive. Android Spider-Man, we talked about that. I'm going to have to do something about that head sculpt, or do something to make him look cooler. He was way cooler. If you go look back in the past, he looked way more badass. I tried to do a cool head swap. Didn't work out. Blah, blah, blah. Dude, that just gave me an idea for a candy red with silver. Like a Centurion Iron Man, but like Iron Spider. I'm going to make that. Even though it's not real, just because I want to use this head sculpt. That's going to look awesome. What is this? Oh, I remembered the name from it, but now I don't. I can't even tell you what this is anymore, gang. It's been so long since I bought it. But it really makes this whole entire shelf down here. It's like a 13 plus 12-inch, maybe plus. I don't know. Spider-Man mech suit. It's pretty freaking cool. The only other giant mech one I would like to have, I want another one of these. I want probably 2 more of these, to be honest, in the grand scheme of things. So I could paint them up in different colorways. But I also want that old school 3A Spider-Man thing. Dude, I really want that. It's so expensive now and rare to find. Nobody even knows what I'm talking about when I talk about that. I'll see if I can throw a picture in here or something. That would be like the last Spider-Man thing that I'd need in bigger scale. Who am I kidding? I want all the Spider-Man stuff. And if I could fit it into the display, I can. I will. I'm just also at the same time trying to budget. All right, so let's move on. We got a budget. We can't just keep doing this to ourselves, y'all. We got to get ourselves a big house and a nice happy family before we keep buying more Spider-Man figures, bro. What are you doing? You got to have a family first. All right, never mind. Spider-Man figures it is. This is the Ultimate Green Goblin Wave Spider-Man 2. Custom painted with a head swap on there from VMY Toys. This is kind of my homage to the MTV Spider-Man show. I know it's not accurate at all, but like I said, it's kind of just my homage at this point down here, especially on the bottom shelf. Alright, so I had a custom that I made for my best friend in the entire planet. I made him a custom and accidentally broke the arm on it, which I was doing the same exact thing. I was just trying to give him a repainted Amazing Spider-Man 2 and resculpt it with the eyes and make it more comic-y and more dope. And ended up breaking the joint on the arm, so I had to order another one, and it turned out it was a bootleg, which was all right because I paid super cheap for it. And so this is actually the bootleg body with that broken arm on it. So it's very finicky, but it holds a special place in my heart. So I have to use it somehow, and I'm using it as my MTV Spider-Man. I could probably do something to the colorways to make it a little bit better, but this specific color is the same exact color as I made his. So that's the reason why I have to put it in there. This is my quote unquote like cartoon Superior Spider-Man and or Disney Superior Spider-Man. It's another reason to throw Superior Spider-Man in there. This is my advanced suit, or I'm pretty sure it's advanced suit. Miles. Pretty freaking sweet looking in that collection. I think about it. Dude, he's sweet looking. This is that Walmart exclusive that I probably should have never got. But it was like during a time where I just had money. So I was like, I'm going to just get the Walmart exclusive, even though it's like stupid expensive. And it was like $35 because I had to pay shipping. Stupid. Now I'm pretty sure you can still get it on there, and it was like $14. I don't know why I do this to myself. Peter B. Parker with a little head swap. Earth X Mayday. Such a sick piece. One of my favorites from this shelf, to be honest. Super sick. Another favorite on this shelf, the Spider-Verse Miles Prowler. This thing is super dope. Got the custom painted claws. Then we got Spider-Cuh. Another one of my favorites. Got some history behind it. It's not a real Spider-Man variant, but the character as himself as a person is just hilarious. So I just had to make a New York Spider-Man, let's just say. It's just a New York Spider-Man. I need 2 more of these Iron Spiders. If you guys got him for cheap, let me know, man, because I need 2 more to go right there. Pretty sure this is Mark II. Whatever, when he's flying on a little booster thing. We got the Hydra Spider-Man. Forget what that's actually called. Sentinel fighting armor. I really hate this figure, honestly. Mainly because of the spider arms itself. It looks pretty good, but the spider arms are impossible to deal with. It's bogey. Alright, and then we got Spider Prowler, which is not accurate to the source. But by the way, we did figure out, thank you guys, people on the internet, we did figure out where this is from, and I will make it more accurate. And we got Daredevil Spider-Man, which is just Daredevil, which is just Peter Parker in the Daredevil outfit. That's the excuse I'm using. This is Ultimate Spider-Woman, Spider-Girl. One of those. Dude, is that everything? Dude. Literally my throat is kind of getting coarse. I'm not going to say my throat sore. I just said it. Fuck! Pause. My throat's getting sore because I've just been talking for like an hour straight about Spider-Man figures. If y'all could count how many that was, let me know down below. I guess we're going to cue the outro now. Look at all these, man. We're cueing the outro though. I'll see you suckers later. Don't pay retail. Bargain. Well, that's all I got for you. What, you want more? Spider-Man action? Well, I got good news, pal. I actually do got a lot more Spider. I got at least 5 more that I didn't put in this display. I've got a lot going on, man. In all seriousness, Supervillain Wicked has got a lot on his shoulders right now. I ain't got time to be buying action figures, and even though I still am buying a lot of making action figures, even though I still want to make a lot of action figures, I'm excited to see what the future brings. How is it going to get better than this display? How is it going to get better than this? Comment if you made it this far in the video. First of all, love. That's amazing, man. And in the future, what this is gonna bring, what this display is gonna be, I just keep adding to it. I just keep adding to it. I just keep adding to it, and I just keep adding to it. You know, I appreciate you guys a lot. I hope you guys had a lot of fun watching this video. I hope it was informative. I hope you found it entertaining. I feel like I got more to add, though. I feel like I got more to say. I don't know. I just love this hobby, and I want to be a part of it, give something back to the hobby. So here you guys go. In the future, hopefully I'll do another white hot video like this. Once things cool down a little bit, I will pull out the photo booth, and we will do a nice little photo segment for each one of these. I'll showcase my customs and everything. It'll be nice. That's a lot of work. All right. I don't know. I hope you guys found this fun, informative. I hope you had a blast. Supervillain Wicked is out. All right. Stay hydrated. Eat your fruits and vegetables. Do good. Be good. Woo woo.